welcome back to my channel. Yes. So, excuse the poor lighting. My light broke, so I'm using natural lighting. The light just decided, nah, fuck you. So, yeah, if the lighting is hurted, my apologies. I can't do anything about it. Anyhow, let's get started here. Let's not beat around the bush, let's just get started, and then I'll have my say at the end, once we go through the news. Latest. Manchester City are suggesting now that incomings are done. Suggesting. Journalists love these words. Suggesting. Flirting. Implying. They never say something certain because they're pussies, basically. They pretend to know more than they know. But, I mean, this would not surprise me. Oh, did not mean that. This would not surprise me if it is true. It probably is true, even, I say. Because it's been no real transfer news for a while now. There was that Livramento link for £50 million, which was laughable. But, there's just nothing happening. I mean, what can I say about that? Other than my rant. I will go on a rant in a bit, but... what can I even say about this? Like, Liverpool is better. I keep saying this, but Liverpool have a better defense. They've got a better midfield because Rodri won't always be available. And you know what the thing is, yeah? We have a better attack than Liverpool. If you look at shared players. But we're going to be playing with Bernardo Silva a lot of games. So our attack, whilst our players are better, our attack will still be worse. Our midfield, while our players may be better, can have an argument about that. Without Rodri, even I think you can have an argument about that. With Rodri, certainly, but without Rodri, debatable. But even if our midfield was better, Bernardo Silva and Gundogan will play. So, even though we have the better players in attack and midfield, our attack and midfield are worse because of the players that we will play. Defense, they have better players. Like, period. Van Dijk is better than Gvardiol. Okay, Gvardiol is better than Konate. Fine, but Van Dijk is better than Gvardiol. And Konate, right now, is better than Ruben Diaz right now. So, their defense is just better. I'd say Kerkez and Nouri is about compatible, and same with Nunez and what's his name, Frimpong. So they are better everywhere. Goalkeeper. Let's see how much Elson regresses. I'm not sure how good Trafford is, but it doesn't really matter how good Trafford is because he'll be on the bench for half the season, and then he'll bench Ederson. But half the season, we're already guaranteed to have a worse goalkeeper. So, this is the problem, yeah? Even if we go sign a right back right now. Great. Let's say we sign a random right back, yeah? If Pep does not rate the right back, he's not gonna play him. So, it's more money wasted. So, at this point, I'm not sure if this is a good thing or a bad thing at this point. Honestly, I'm not sure with this club anymore. I really am not. It's so difficult to make engaging content about this club because it's just a joke right now. All the clubs are on pre-season. Fair enough. We did the Club World Cup. So did Chelsea. And Chelsea got to the final. Isn't Chelsea playing pre-season games right now? Yeah, August the 8th and August the... Wow, that's... very close. But they are playing pre-season. They did Club World Cup, got some signings, and now they're doing pre-season. And then they start the Premier League season, although two games are very close together. Why can't we do that? I'm just wondering. Why do we have to get only one pre-season game? We're not doing anything. No pre-season, no signings, no outgoings at the moment, which I'll get to in a second. Or well, no outgoings at I'd rate. Except for this guy. Yahmai Simpson Percy, you might remember him. He played a few games last season when a few players got injured. But, okay, let's just stick with this for now, yeah? Percy, I don't know why we're loaning him out. Like, this is not one of those players. You loan them out, never to be seen again. never to be seen again. So why not just sell them? Do you think you're gonna raise his value? I mean, fair enough, but bro, I swear down, yeah, we just loan out these players season in, season out, instead of just selling them. Wasn't his contract expiring? Maybe he signed a new contract, which I would have missed. Wasn't his contract expiring? Like, we're loaning him out, and next season his contract expires. He joined Celtic on a free 10. I don't know, but not a big deal. This is not a big deal. I mean, I can bitch and moan about it, as you guys know. I can bitch and moan about everything, but I mean, it's not a big deal. Just weird to me. Let me get to chat first. No new signings, probably not. See you next season. Yeah. He signed an extension. That doesn't mean he's staying until then. Hello, Rosa. How are you? Brilliant decision. I have faith in Nunez. Bro, I'll swear down, yeah. Swear down. Imagine Matheus Nunez playing. Imagine Matheus Nunez playing in Man City in the Centurion season. Can't. You can't imagine this guy playing for the Man City in Centurion season. We are not building back up to that level if we're keeping the likes of Matheus Nunez, are we? No one's criticism is constructive. You are unfair on all our players. I'm not unfair. Fuck off. Bro, this is so retarded, yeah, and I'll tell you why. Tell you why this is retarded. Our players last season were supposed to win a trophy, as they are always supposed to do. And you can't win a trophy every season. Sure, you can't win a trophy every season. You know what you can do? You can try. Pep Guardiola played a double pivot of Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne in the FA Cup final with Nico Gonzalez on the bench. Last season, we conceded a lot of goals on the far post. In fact, half the goals we conceded were far post goals. Know why that happened? Because we have no right back to handle that far post. And you look at a right back like Livramento, just an example. This is a player who's gonna get to the far post and clear the ball. Yeah, he's gonna get to the far post and he's gonna clear the ball. Matheus Nunez does not do that. If you look at clearances, Livramento has twice as many clearances. Most of those clearances are at far post. You look at Livramento, he's got more recoveries. And Livramento recovers the ball deeper. Which means he's preventing counterattacks, whereas when Matheus Nunez recovers the ball, it tends to be up to pitch. Which is all well and fine. You're winning the ball back, continuing to attack. That doesn't stop a counterattack. So when you have an attacking left back, you need a defensive right back, or you need to completely change how Man City plays, which clearly we aren't doing. Because if Man City was going to change how we were going to play, we would have done that already. So, okay, that's what we're doing. This guy, who's not great at stopping counterattacks, not great at stopping far post goals, not great at defending, who makes a lot of fouls. He makes 6 times more fouls in dangerous areas than Livramento. So these are fouls that he's picking up, whereas Livramento is defending adequately. People need to understand, yeah? Okay, yes, sure, Matheus Nunez. Thank you for what you did. He's had a difficult job and he's played okay, but pretending like he's good enough? Imagine Matheus Nunez playing for the Centurions. You can't. If you can't imagine him playing for the Centurions, not even off the bench, he is not good enough. That simple. Imagine if... let's go back in time here with all-out players. Imagine Aguero did not exist. Aguero never existed. Never played football. Can you imagine Haaland playing for the Centurions if Aguero never existed? Yes, you can. Can you imagine... I was going to say De Bruyne, that's maybe a bad example. Can you imagine Nico Gonzalez playing for the Centurions if... what's his name? 1 second. Fernandinho never existed. Please stepped out of my mind for a second. Yes, you can imagine him playing for the Centurions if Fernandinho never existed. So let's start doing this shit. Let's start doing this with all our players. Imagine that whoever played left back in Centurions was mostly Delve and Mendy. Imagine if those two never existed. Can you imagine Ait Nouri as yesterday playing for that Centurion? If those other two never existed. Yes, you can. Imagine if Company never existed. Can you imagine Jordan Ruben Diaz playing for the Centurions? Yes, you can. So you can go through the entire squad like this. And the moment you come to a player where you say, no, I can't imagine them playing for the Centurions, it probably means they're not Man City level. Because Centurions is the Man City level. And I don't think Centurions was our best team. I think Centurions was just everything in for the league. And okay, great season. I think Formidables was better. I think 21-22 was better. And I think the treble winners were better. But they're a great team, of course. A great Premier League team in isolation. But I'm not even comparing them to the treble winners, which is an insurmountable. So, if you're gonna come in here, yeah, and you're gonna be waffling shit, Fabian Delph, by the way, who was our left back in the Centurion season, as well as Mendy, was better than Mateus Nunes. And we had better players all round. We had Fernandinho. Now we have sometimes Gundogan in that 6. Rodri is not going to be available all season. You got to be aware of that. Is Nico Gonzalez going to play? The rest of the team was better. The rest of the team was better. I'm not sure why it's so difficult for some people to understand that. Saying you're unfair on our players because I don't rate players who would never come close to playing for the Centurions just shows me that you don't like criticism and that you're a daft cunt. That's all it shows me. Because you're not answering any criticism. You're just saying, oh, you're unfair. Fuck off. If you don't like the criticism, don't call it unfair. If something is unfair, you need to explain why it's unfair. Saying it's unfair is not an argument. So you can fuck off. I'm gonna be honest here. You can fuck off. And we cannot control Pep's decision. Okay, so why does YouTube exist? Or rather, why does YouTube fan channels exist? What does LB talk about? What does Nobbins talk about? They talk about tactics. I don't even talk about tactics. I'm just talking about random players. If we can't control what Pep does, if football fans can't control what managers do, football YouTube just shouldn't exist. Unless our job is just to praise the players every day. Fucking ridiculous. Solis FC on Friday. Yeah, fucking annoying that the game is on Friday, by the way. There is Blue Friday show on Friday. I'll set it up in a second. But the game is... The watch long won't be the full game. I'll watch the full game, of course. But the watch long won't be the full game. Because we'll be doing Blue Friday show. Which is why it's annoying that the game is on a Friday. Karabakh is playing against Shelburne Champions. I'm guessing that's Champions League qualifiers. I'm reckoning Karabakh will manage again. Oh yeah, they're winning 3-0. Karabakh has recently been doing really well in Europe, haven't they? Like, I want to see their European season. This is just a team that came out of nowhere. Now they're just in Europe every time. Didn't they play against Leverkusen in the semi-final as well of the Europa League? This is a complete detour I'm doing here. Fixtures by dates. Or actually fixtures by fixtures by competition. Let me see here. Europa League. Last season, they were in the group stage. They only got one game, though. Season before that, I swear down, they got quarter-final. Sorry, round of 16. I mean, that's still good, isn't it? That's still good. Look at this. They had to beat Molde, Hakken. These are solid teams. Hakken again. Hakan right now, Hakan has been in Champions League, right? I believe 2011. I think. I might be capping. But when's the last time they were in Champions League? Champions League? I guess not. Anyhow, I guess I'm capping. But yeah, this team is randomly starting to do good again, isn't it? Today, Red Bull Salzburg, SK Bran, fake Haaland. There you go. Luis Diaz officially to Bayern München. Yes. Anyhow. Let's talk about a bit of 115 and then I'll get to this. Then I'll get to the interesting part. So 115 is still a thing. Does anyone care? Does anyone still care about this? I mean, I've talked about this on my channel on 6 separate occasions and videos. And once on a stream. I really don't care about this anymore. I'm so tired of talking about this shit, I'm gonna be honest. But what I can tell you is the way they're like delaying this, there was an appeal. I mean, by this point we already know, right? There was an appeal. Because the decision was supposed to be out by, was it March? Or was it April? I'm not sure. But the decision was supposed to be out around 10. Still isn't. So someone appealed, fairly. But I really don't care about this anymore. Premier League asked Man City if they could enter into a collaboration with Impressionist. This is what we call YouTubers now, yeah? Impressionist. I'm a fucking impressionist. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm an impressionist. Connor Moore. I don't even know who this guy is to be. I know he's a YouTuber, but what does he do? Connor Moore.
Yeah, you know,
He's got 560k subscribers. I mean, he's not even doing football. Last fucking video is 3 months ago, bro. Fair enough. Bro, apparently the club did not like this. Fair enough, but the way this is framed is so weird. I'm not sure why they frame it like this, but okay. Anyhow, let's get to the interesting stuff now. Today, Derby PSV Eindhoven and Sasha Tavolier sets Joel Ordonez to France. Okay. Big up to Adam. Anyhow, with the news that most likely we're not signing anyone else, what can we say? Who's gonna leave? So we already know Etcheverry is likely to leave on loan. Okay, so Etcheverry to leave on loan. Let's just make this a bit. How many players do we get? How many players are we working down towards? I guess 24? 24 players? Let's work with that, right? We're trying to get to 24 players. Etcheverry out on loan. Now, why am I not happy with this? Because a baffling decision not to get a right back, and I agree. Michael was today at open day of Ajax. Hello. Yeah, this is a fake account, isn't it? Second. I know that this is a fake account because Liam is moderated, so I know this is a fake account. I'm not sure if I should ban you or I'm doing fine. Well, yeah, I'm not, bro. I swear down, yeah. This is just sad. Like, we're not signing a right back. Our biggest priority was a right back. We've ended up not signing a right back. We signed a left back, fair enough. We've not signed a right back. Our biggest priority. We're not signing anyone else. Now we're just looking at outgoings. Etcheverry being loaned out to make space for the likes of Gundogan, who is confirmed to say Gundogan, Silva, they are saying Grealish has yet to leave. Some people think Bob will go out on loan, although I doubt that. Phillips, he'll go out on loan. I mean, we know that much for a fact. So who else is going to be forced out here to make space? Look at this squad. We still have 31 players. Okay, Nipan will go out on loan. Fair. So we're down to 30 players now. And this is a mess, bro. This is an absolute mess. Now, Echeverri, if you sold Silva, you could keep Echeverri. If you sold Gundogan, you could keep Nipan. But these are the guys that are staying. Ortega, he'll leave. That I actually like. The outgoings I like will be on the right, and outgoings I don't like will be on the left. Phillips will be here because I want him to leave, but that's possible. Akanji, he's staying. Why is Akanji staying? Because that's a simple route. Akanji's contract expires at the end of the season, so it's easier to just keep Akanji rather than sell him. So it's laziness, basically. We're being lazy. Now, Grace is going to be loaned out to compensate for Akanji. Here's my problem with that. Okay, you loan the defenders out, you loan players out, good in theory, yeah? Here's the problem. You loan someone out to Girona. Now they play first team football in Girona, week in, week out. They come back to Man City. Is Victor Hayes going to play first team football at Man City? No. Gonna be on the bench. But you best be sure there are clubs out there willing to offer first team football. Now you loan this player out, the entire world sees what they can do. This player is playing less football the season than the season before, and he's just stuck on your bench basically. He's gonna want to leave. These players get a taste of first team football. Unless they get it at Man City, they'll want to leave. So that's my problem with loaning these players out constantly. If you're gonna loan them out for 3-4 years, I mean, sure. Are you gonna bring in another stopgap defender after Akanji leaves? So Akanji, I want him to leave, but he's gonna stay. And moreover, fucking shit. Fucking shit. Like, bro, this is my problem, yeah? Someone comes in earlier. The problem with this earlier is some dude here came in and was waffling. I know you're a fake retard. And this guy. It's not difficult to know you are a fake. In fact, let me show you guys this. When I click on you guys your name, I can click on go to channel and I can see for myself that you are indeed a fake channel. Come in here with a fake channel impersonating another YouTuber, I'll ban you, cunt. I'm just gonna ban you if you're impersonating other YouTubers. I can easily see. I just have to click on your name and click on go channel. There you go. Bye-bye. Arrivederci. Yeah, bro, the board has thrown in the towel for the next season. We're not winning a title with this guy off the bench, bro. A fucking balls moment extreme. Do you trust him in a title race? With the ball in his feet getting pressed high up the pitch? No, you don't. Why don't you trust him? Because you've seen what happens after the Tottenham game when he has the ball. Do you trust him on a counter in a title race or in a cup final? You don't. Because you've seen what happened against Crystal Palace on a counter in a final. This guy is balls a moment supreme. At the biggest moments, he will give it away. He finds a way. You know how they say life finds a way? He finds a way to make the worst decisions in the biggest moments. That is my problem with Akanji, yeah? And oh, I'm being unfair, as someone tells me earlier. If I'm being unfair with my criticism, did we or did we not lose the FA Cup final? We did lose the FA Cup final. Where is Akanji? Oh, he's here. He's right back. See this? How well can you see this? On the right. On the right. Yeah? On the right. My god, we got a lot of dumb fucks in here. Bro, This is what I mean with our fan base is fucking stupid. I don't mean people who disagree with me, yeah? I mean people like this. Gameplay against Crystal Palace. Who's that? Right back. Right back. Who is that? That's Akanji. Against Crystal Palace. Do you watch the games? Do you watch the game? This is my problem with this fan base. I swear it down. Oh no. Oh, you blocked me. You don't understand football. You literally just admitted to not watching the games. You literally just admitted to not watching the games. Akanji played that final. You said Akanji did not play the final. You literally just admitted to not watching the games. I don't know what to say. No, I didn't ban you for an opinion. I banned you because you said something fucking retarded. And then you said later, you need to do this. Don't tell people what to do. I don't tell people what to think. You shouldn't tell other people. And I'm gonna ban you again. Thank you for 3 subscribers, by the way. I know you'll unsubscribe on all those accounts, but at least for a second I got 3 subscribers extra. And by the way, you came on with another account. Came on with another account impersonating Liam. So you're impersonating people. You're being rude. You're being blatantly wrong, and you've admitted to not watching the football games because Akanji did play the FA Cup final, as you can see right here. If you don't watch football, yeah, just say so. I mean, it's fine. You don't have to be a hardcore fan, but don't pretend to be either. We need a right back. Most ambitious clubs would freeze out and push out players. I agree, bro. I agree. We are not serious at this point. For the next season, I don't think the ambition is gone. I think we've thrown in the towel for the next season. I think the idea is, oh, we're gonna have one bad season, and then we're gonna have next season, and that's gonna be better, and we're gonna phase out all these players. My problem is, we should take next season seriously. We should try our best next season. Okay, maybe we won't win the title next season, but what we are doing, allowing players to go on a free, because that's easier than replacing them now, I think that's just a lack of ambition towards next season. So I don't think the ambition is gone. I just think we've thrown in the towel already before this season has even started, which I don't like. You won't care. We all need to pray against wolves, bro. If people who think I'm an extremist, wait until we lose against... I'm not saying we will lose against wolves, by the way. I think we'll win. But if we lose against wolves, people who think I'm an extremist, go, be ready to see some extremists. Yeah, I don't think anyone should. Sometimes I think we have lost our vision and Pep is worried about players' feelings instead of being ruthless. I mean, didn't he say something? I saw a quote yesterday. I'm not sure if it's a true quote though, so fact check me on this. But I saw a quote on Pep saying that if he plays a certain player, the other player who gets on the bench doesn't feel loved. And then he says like that's not the real case and that's why I want a small squad. So that is literally just Pep thinking with his heart rather with his mind. He doesn't want a player to be heartbroken because he got on the bench. So he tries to force these players in. I mean, he is thinking with his feelings. His interviews confirm it. He's also in an interview confirmed to not watching bad games. So I do think for the Pep division is gone. I'm not sure about the whole club because I'm not in the boardroom. And most of the board isn't doing interviews. From the interviews, from the tactics, I feel like Pep isn't there anymore. I feel like he's detached from Pep at this point. I feel like he's been detached since the treble season. We won the 4th beat, sure, but I feel like Pep in the 4th beat was already not quite there anymore. After the 4th beat, it went away even more. Akanji is a massive liability. Completely agreed there. He does not defend well at all. And apparently to this guy, he didn't play the final. It's ridiculous. Bro, but it's ridiculous. People need to understand that criticism is part of being a football fan. It's not even part of being a football fan, it's part of life. Criticism is part of life. So, here's the thing, yeah? When I say Akanji cannot be trusted in a big game, I am saying Akanji can't be trusted in a big game. That's all I'm saying. Which most people will agree with. I'm not saying go since this guy gets threat. I don't support that at all. But people, yeah, they've dug into their camps, they've chosen their sides, and now they're just in that side, I suppose. And now that's just who they support. Either you're Pep in or you're Pep out. And if you're Pep out, you want all the players to commit suicide, and if you're Pep in, every player is good enough. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's like American politics, bro. That's what it's like. You have extreme right and extreme left, and you've got nothing else, bro. I'll swear it down here. That's what Twitter does. Problem is, Twitter has become a battle between happy clappers and hateful twats. It's never going to end. The only way it ends is we win a treble or something like that. Just winning a league title, one league title will not end this. It's gonna be multiple league titles to fix this, or a treble or something like that. He nearly cost us the final in 2023. Yeah, he almost cost us 2023. He cost us against Tottenham in the fourth beat, and he almost cost us in the FA Cup final. I mean, I'm sorry, yeah, but you come in here, yeah, talking shit to me, then you say Akanji did not play the FA Cup final. I don't know. I don't know what I can say about that. I mean, I've got it up right there, yeah? I've got it up right there. For people who are still confused, played on right back is Akanji. Yet play the final. For the people who are still confused. If Nunez embraces the role of right back, he can offer more offensive service for the big Earl up top. Attacking is not our problem. I agree. Nunez can do that. And if we got Kerkez, I'll say this, if we had gotten Kerkez, I would be fine with that. Because Kerkez will defend well, is defensive first, can attack, but defensive first, left back. I will be fine with that. I'm not saying he's better than Ait Nouri. I'm just saying he's a different type of fullback, which is a fact. So I will be fine with that if we had a Kerkez. We don't have a Kerkez, we have an Ait Nouri. Ait Nouri is providing that attacking from back. I want my other fullback to be defending a bit more. That is not Nunez's skill set. That's not his fault. He's a midfielder, not a right back. But we have forced him to be a right back because we have refused to sign a right back. Carl Walker, the last right back we signed. No, it's Cancelo. It's Cancelo. I mean, some people will argue he was a left back, but yeah. So Cancelo is the last right back we signed. At least for the senior team. I know we signed a few younger players, but Big up to Michael. Big up to Michael. How are you? He's definitely not Sake Man. I know he isn't. The Sake Man City account knows his football. You know how I know he's not the real Sake? Because he said Akanji did not play the FA Cup final. The real Sake had a big rant after the FA Cup final, in which he mentioned Akanji. So I know he's not the real Twitter guy. Back to the fourth beat, especially the problems in the FA Cup final. Right? A lot of problems in the FA Cup final were already there in the fourth beat. But there were three main differences, yeah? Three main differences. Carl Walker in the fourth beat scene was still okay. Wasn't good, but he was okay. He was below Man City level, I'll put it that way. But he wasn't below Premier League level yet. So, okay. Then you had Goldry, which is a huge difference. And you also had Foden there, who came in clutch. That is the three main differences. I also think Pep was a bit sharper in the 4P and after the 4P. We played with mainly our best players. You had Julian Alvarez still there, which was a big difference. So, yeah. Michael, we got random accounts in chat. Yeah. So no lives. Pep and the pensioners should leave. I read that I shouldn't. Let's go back to this, yeah. Let's go back to this. We looked at the FA Cup final for a while. Last time, let me say this for one last time. If you are still confused, Akanji, for a matter of fact, did play in the FA Cup final. As you can see right here. For those who are still confused, did play. Okay, now let's talk about this. Fucking dumbass. Anyhow. Right. So, we're already talking about Echeverry, Nippon, and Bracely. I've literally never seen him play, I don't care. But these are the players who are leaving to accommodate for the Akanji, to accommodate for the Gundogan, and to accommodate for the Silva. Grealish has not left yet. We're trying to get him sold, but it's proving quite an impossible task. Know what, yeah? I'll make a prediction. Grealish will leave on a loan. He'll be loaned out. That is my prediction. So we're loaning out Echeverry, Nippon, Brace to accommodate Akanji, Gundogan, Silva. We're loaning out players we can't sell. And these are 4 separate players. Grealish, Akanji, Gundogan, Silva. 4 of these players, all 4 of them, contract expires at the end of next season. What does that, or at the end of this season, I suppose. You get what I mean? What does that mean? It means these players that we have right now, we will lose them on a free. They're gonna be free agents. I see people saying 3 million for Ederson is not enough. If Ederson stays, he's gonna leave on a free. 3 million is more than 0. 3 million, bigger number than 0. So 3 million for Ederson, who is well past his best years, will not sign a new contract, and really shouldn't either, and is on a massive salary. 3 million for that is a good deal. But these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. 5 players who will leave on a free. You can still get 5 million out of Akanji. You can still get 5 million out of him. Gundogan, 10 million as well. And the reason why you can get more out of Gundogan than Akanji is because Akanji is injured a lot recently. Gundogan isn't. Gundogan is mostly available to his credits. So, for that reason, yeah, you can get more out of Gundogan in my opinion. Like, what are we looking at here? Let's go with 5 million each. 10 million. Let's say 5 million out of Silva. Let's say 3 million out of Ederson. And 5 million out of Grealish. 10 million each. 10 million. You are looking at 28 million pounds in sales lost. We can get 28 million pounds out of these guys whilst cutting back a huge part of our salary. But instead we're keeping them until their contracts expire. This is apparently the better business people are telling me about. Like, this is my problem, yeah? I don't think the ambition has left. This is what I said earlier. But I think we've just thrown in the towel for the next season. It's easier to just keep these players until their contract expires and then bring in the new guys than to sell these guys and take a bit of a loss. It won't even be a loss. Most of these players are completely paid for. The only one who's not completely paid for is Grealish. Maybe Akanji, I'm not sure. But Grealish is the only one I'm sure about. Maybe Akanji. Let's say him as well. So you'd take a minor loss on 2 of these players. You would have profit on the rest of these players. And you wouldn't have to pay the wages. Again, we're doing what's easiest, not what's best. That's my problem with this rebuild. And we're gonna have... we have no moderator in here. Do we have no moderator in here? Liverpool goals. Is it okay if I add... In fact, is it okay if I add you as a moderator? Let me add you as a moderator. Is that okay? There you go. Apparently I don't have enough moderators. There you go, you're the moderator now. You can take care of this guy with 1 million alts. Yeah, these players, they will not leave. We're gonna pay them. They're gonna leave on a free. We're gonna get no money for them. And 3 million is better than 0. And we're gonna have these players who are not good enough for the next season. I mean, I should really... You know what I should do? I should prepare... maybe I'll prepare a separate video for this, yeah? I'll do it in video format. You can be more concise in a video, right? I'll prepare a script, I'll make a video. And I'll explain all my problems with every single transfer for Man City in that video. That's what I'll do. Wolves almost got a draw against City in October. I think we'll beat them. Maybe I'm coping, but I think we'll beat them. Prediction, PSV against Eindhoven. I mean, that's a friendly, isn't it? 3-1 win. Yeah, I'll go with 3-1 as well. Full time. It's Liverpool play against. Let me guess. Words go. Oh my god. They won the J League World Challenge Championship. Take up to Liverpool. Let me guess. Words got a goal or assists. There you go. People want this guy to flop so hard. I'll swear down, yeah. People who expect Words to flop are coping. I can't lie. Words is not gonna flop. Some players are too good to flop. Jordan Words, too good to flop. Erling Haaland, Ryan just saying Haaland back in the day because he was clowned upon, too good to flop. Kerky, too good to flop. People need to get this, yeah? Some players can't flop, they're just too good. Prediction, Westerlo, Zulte Waregem. 1-2 Zulte Waregem. 1-2 Zulte Waregem. No one's going to sign the uncle for money at this point. No, but that's a problem. That is a problem. We were offered money for these players. Ederson, Galatasaray would have given us 3 million. 3 million is better than 0. He's gonna leave on a free. So if we just paid the 3 million, or accepted the 3 million, sorry, we would have gotten his wages off our books, and we would have gotten 3 million. Now we're gonna pay wages, and then he'll leave on a free. We'll get 0 for him. That is the problem. So we can sell these players. I get that it's difficult, and that you need to accept low fees, but Gundogan, 5 to 10 million. I tell you right now, 5 to 10 million, he would have left. Galatasaray pay big wages. Never played in Turkey. He would have left if we just asked for somewhere between 5 to 10 million. But the problem is, we're asking too much money for these players. And then we keep them, and we get no money for them. And we pay wages out to them. And we're forfeiting an entire season. Because we're too scared to make the difficult choices of selling these players for what is a cheap price. Clubs know that we're in the weak position to trade. So the most hilarious thing is I watched our City channel saying we could get injuries and we are done. You sure that wasn't an Arsenal channel? No, you know what's funny, yeah? We clowned on Arsenal for this exact thing. Everyone laughed at Arsenal for this exact thing. Oh, you always talk about injuries. This, that. No, we are doing that right now. Man City fans right now are doing that. So, we are doing what we used to laugh at Arsenal. And when I point this out, I'm toxic. I don't know. But you know what it is, yeah? These people who laugh at Arsenal are the first people to start copying exactly what Arsenal was doing. Oh, but injuries. Oh, but excuse whatever. They come up with a billion and one excuses, just like Arsenal fans. Oh, but he's won this in the past. You know what, yeah? I need to go back to this quote. I should start every stream with this quote. From now on, I will start my every stream with this quote. Let me quickly find it. Quote. Why can't I fucking find? I know for the fact I posted it. You are mistaken. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. I should start every stream with this quote. If you think what you have done in the past is enough, you are mistaken. Pep Guardiola. There you go. Every single stream I will start with that quote from now on. Because I'll swear it down, yeah? We do exactly the same as what Arsenal. Just shows how delusional some of your fans are. This is the problem. Every fan base is delusional. When Liverpool was shit in the treble season, they finished like 5th, 6th? Can't remember. But when Liverpool was shit, all their fans were talking shit still. Every fan base is delusional. Liverpool is just Arsenal, but winning stuff. Man City is just Arsenal, but winning stuff. All our fan bases are fucking stupid. The average football fan is fucking stupid. They will say, oh, look at this Arsenal fan, he's stupid for this. And then he'll fucking do that exact same thing one season later when he doesn't win the league title. Like, you can have opinions, yeah, but there's so many hypocrites. Like, that's my thing. I didn't even read that full comment. When some players in your squad can be booked into an old age. What can I say? I mean, injuries can happen. But will they happen? Yes. And we will have injuries as well. So, Liverpool will have injuries. We will have injuries. So, I subscribe to the idea. I subscribe to the idea that things balance out, right? Hello, big up to Luke D. What hours is Blue Friday show gonna be? Same as always. I'll book it in after this. That was Kim Luke message. Oh, it's this guy again. Let me. Sorry for taking so much time out of my day for banning this guy, but every time I ban him, it actually gives me an interaction. Which is a funny YouTube bug. When you ban someone, it gives you an interaction. Westerlo 2-0, Zulte 2 times, Jelle Vossen. And nah, it will be a late goal by Jelle Vossen again. 1-2, Jelle Vossen late winner. Goal Karabakh. There you go, Karabakh is on route. And yeah, big up to Rosa for being my only hype man right now. So, let's get through the last bit of these players that we're keeping for some reason. And what we're gonna have to leave. McAtee. I've gone on my McAtee rants recently. Listen, you guys are tired of hearing it. McAtee is bad business. And I don't need to explain why. You offered someone, or you say 25 million for this player, and then they offer you 25 million and you say no 30 million, that's bad business. I think he'll leave though. I do think McAtee will leave, which I'm happy about, but I don't like the way we're conducting our business with that. That just strikes me as someone realized, by the momentum of he's gonna go out on loan, I reckon. Which I hate. I think he should be sold. Sorry, what was I saying? I lost my attention to chat. I hate the way we've conducted our business with this, but that's about it. Anyhow, Foden and Bob. They'll both stay, no problems with that. Doku Savio, both of them will stay. I don't think we need this many wingers. At the same time, I think we kind of are short on a quality winger. I don't mind them staying. It is what it is. Like, Doku and... This is not the biggest problem. Attack is not the biggest problem. Feel free to ban him, Liam. Feel free to ban him. Our attack is not the biggest problem, so... This is fine for me. Goalkeepers, Trafford will bench Ederson soon enough. I've talked about Ederson already. I mean, we've still got too many players, don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We've still got 15 players here. So, that's 26 players. So, we need to get rid of 2 more. We need to get rid of 2 more players. Who are we getting rid of? Kovacic? Maybe we'll get rid of Kovacic. I would like him to leave. Not because I've got anything against him, but I just don't think he's Man City level. I think he did okay in the 2 seasons he was here, but he didn't go above and beyond, which is what you expect of a Man City player. I don't mind him as a bench player, but if you have Reinders and Gonzalez is going to play off the bench for these 2, I'd rather just have Gonzalez. So I guess Kovacic will leave, which will get us to a 24-man squad. We are fine as far as it goes for the Premier League squad size. But sorry. I typed that, didn't I? That's supposed to be 14. We've got a 25-man squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we've got a 25-man squad now. I don't mind Kovacic leaving. I don't mind him leaving. The question is, what will the price be? By the way, people seem to think that we can't sell Kovacic. Kovacic will be easy to sell. Kovacic will be easy to sell. You know why? He's a good player. I don't think his wages are that high. I don't think his wages are that high. Yeah. Kovacic. Where is he? 150,000 a week. Listen, it's a big wage, but he's a proven winner. He's a 4-time Champions League winner. Still okay. I think, and he's getting old. Maybe he'll accept a wage reduction. He accepts a wage reduction to come to Man City, I believe. Yeah, Kovacic, I think we can sell off. That's not my biggest worry. So then we are left with this squad. This is our squad for the next season. Not looking happy. Yeah, big up to Liam. Big up to Liam. My apologies for the trolls in chat, by. I'll just time you out if that's okay, Alf. Yeah, don't worry about that. Hope you all smashed the likes. Big up Alf. Hope you're... Is that Chocris? Or am I tripping? Ah, you got Chocris in your profile picture. Nah. Big up to Godfrey, though. Big up to community. Big up everyone in here, though. Ah, that Chocris profile picture is, No bueno, sir. Bueno. I just scrolled up chat. Is someone obsessed with me? Quite obsessed with you. You know what's funny, Liam? You know what's funny? This guy came in, told me why I was wrong about stuff, and told me Akanji did not play in the FA Cup final. After I looked up the FA Cup final to prove to him he did in fact play in the FA Cup final, because if you watch Man City you will notice, he started being obsessed on Man City. He started being obsessed with you. Immediately after I went to this year, I swear that I was talking about this FA Cup final for 5 minutes. Like, bro, This guy told me Akanji did not play in the FA Cup final. He was literally at fault in the FA Cup final. I know. And once I showed him this, and the reason he told me he didn't play in the FA Cup final is because I was talking about his balls moment in the final. When I showed him this, he started getting salty, and he started spamming and stuff. Big up to Ash as well. We can't sell anyone if Pep is begging them all to stay. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's why I think Grealish will be loaned out. That's why I think he'll be loaned out. Bro, Pep does not want a rebuild. I've said this so many times. He does not want a rebuild. Probably 20,000. I don't mind, though. The thing is with Pep, yeah? He just is here to win something. He wants to win something, but he wants to do it with his players. His players are Eriksen, Akanji, Gundogan. These are his players. He does not want this rebuild. This rebuild is the club. Throughout time, yeah? Let's go take a look at the history of football. Not Norway. Iceland had a golden generation in the 2006 Euros. After the 2016 Euros, that golden generation declined. They had to sack their manager and bring in someone new to rebuild the international team. When rebuilding, you bring in someone new. Okay, but that's international football. Okay, what about when Man City rebuilds? We rebuilt with Mancini. Mancini finishes second in 2013. Sacked, rebuilt, mostly, under Pellegrini. I know that's a bit of a stretch, but Pellegrini comes in. Now the next rebuild is with Pep. Pellegrini is sacked to bring in Pep for the rebuild. But when you rebuild, you sack your manager and bring in someone new. Rebuilding is changing the entire core of the manager is the core. It's difficult to let players go. But when Alex Ferguson rebuilt teams, rebuilt Man United, he stopped being the head coach. Alex Ferguson, when he first arrived at Man United, was the head coach. He was a tactician. When he stopped winning titles, one season, he became the manager and he appointed a head coach. He rebuilt that way. And when he was going to do a new rebuild, he sacked the head coach, brought in a new head coach, and did rebuild that way. Alex Ferguson was no longer coaching the team, he was managing it. Go to interviews of Man United players who played during the 2000s. They will tell you this. Alex Ferguson wasn't a coach. He was barely on the training pitch. When you rebuild, you can't have the same guy. You just can't. The only way it happens is if Pep distances himself from the football and starts managing the club, managing the players. If Pep goes and does that, takes a step back, and brings in a new head coach, now you can have a rebuild with Pep. But Pep is not doing that. Who died? My sanity. Galxer, it seems like we don't have a proper plan. No, we have a plan, but I don't like the plan. This is the thing, yeah? We have a plan. Absolutely. The plan is clear and obvious. Clear and obvious, guys. We got VAR today. The plan is, let all these players leave on a free, and we will win something next season. That is the plan. Our plan is, fuck this season, throw in the towel, we'll win something next season. I don't like that. We are taking the easy way out. I don't like that. It's easier to let players leave than to sell them. But that does mean it's the right thing to do. I agree, very mixed signals from upper management. Are we rebuilding or more of the same? Viano wants a rebuild. It's clear Viano wants it, but does Pep want it? Seems more of the same. I think Viano wants to scrap it all and... Exactly. Why can you say this? Why can you say this without getting hate? But when I say this, I get fucking shot in the street, bro. I don't get this. Bro. If Galxic says this, Character can say this. I see you say this all the time on Twitter. She gets no fucking slack. If I say this shit, shot in the street, bro. Execution squad lined up, bro. I can't say this shit. But character can say it. I get plenty of hate. Not enough. Let's start hating character more. That's a joke. That's a joke. Don't hate character. The other one. What's wrong with Jokeris? This is our first real striker since Aubameyang. Bro, you know what? You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Newcastle are still stubborn with Livramento. No, we gave up. We gave up on Livramento. I think that's what happened. Livramento is weak. He hasn't got the balls to do Isaac. Don't care if he wants to move or not. I mean, you don't need to get Isaac. You need to get a right back. I just keep comparing to Isaac because he's the golden standard. But if we go get a good right back, don't care if it's Isaac or if it's Matty Cash. Oh, Luke hates when I bring up Matty Cash. I don't care if it's Isaac or Matty Cash. I just want a right back. Even if it's for 1 season to be there until we can get a better right back. I mean, think about it this way, right? You go buy Matty Cash. Oh, Matty Cash isn't good enough. Is Matty Cash better than what we have available? Yes. Is Matty Cash the best option in the market available? Debatable. But let's say yes. For argument's sake, let's say yes. Okay, Matty Cash is an improvement. You have improved. Now, next season, there's someone on the market who's better than Matty Cash. So what do? You buy someone who's better than Matty Cash and you upgrade. This is how you upgrade. You don't... If there is no Livramento available, you don't buy a Livramento. But you buy someone the level below that. But then someone of that higher level becomes available, then you go after them. You go after the best you can get. That's how I think you do a rebuild. You keep a core and you go after the best you can get. Newcastle are a mess. I'm not sure about that. I'm not following Newcastle that closely. Yeah, completely honest. Maybe I need to get Strasbourg on. Strasbourg Steve, he's a Newcastle fan. Maybe I need to get him on. Talk about it. I don't know. City should have convinced Livramento to push properly for the move. I think that depends on the player. I think that strongly depends on the player. Some players don't want to do it. Some players respect the club they are at. I don't like it when players push for a move the way Isaac does, the way Nunez did. I don't like that. I think it's disrespectful towards the club, which in part has made you. I don't think Isaac has a right to be protesting the way he is. I don't think Livramento would have the right, honestly, to protest in that way. So, honestly, yeah, I respect showing respect to your parent club. If you want a player, pay the money. Show the player you want them. If Livramento wants us, and he says, I want Man City, go pay up the fee. That's the only way you show these players you want them. If you say, we want you, so please start protesting and we'll haggle over the fee, you know what that tells me? It tells me you don't want me as much as the club I'm currently at. That's what it tells me. So I respect Livramento and Bruno Guimaraes to see in 2024 summer not forcing anything. I respect that. I don't respect like Matheus Nunes, like forcing a move. I don't respect that. I'll be honest. I don't respect that behavior. I think it's pathetic. That's called doing lie to us. But I don't know. I don't know. He said, Caldoon said that we would go in the Club World Cup to win it. And now the story is, we didn't want to win the Club World Cup, it was pre-season. So that's Caldoon lie, or that's Pep lie. Because for Pep it's pre-season, for Caldoon it's there to win it. I mean, this is the problem right now, I think. I don't think Caldoon is lying, per se. I think Galdoon wants one thing, Pep wants another thing, Viana wants another thing. You've got 3 different people, all 3 of them want different things. You've got 3 people with 3 different visions. There's no unity right now in our boardroom. And again, I'm not in these boardroom meetings, and I'm not talking with Pep, so I don't know this for sure. But this is what I can gather from watching the interviews from Galdoon and from Pep, which are completely saying different things. This is what I can gather from the way we're moving. So, I don't think it's lying, yeah? I don't think Galdoon is lying. I think Galdoon wants something, and Pep wants something, and they clash. I've been told I'm biased and unfair towards our current right backs. But we don't have a right back. We don't have a right back! Guys! Don't have a right back. Mateus Nunes is a midfielder. Yes, he plays okay in the right back slot, but he's not a right back. Especially not good enough for the Man City there. And when people say Fabian Delph was a better left back than Mateus Nunes was a right back. So don't compare to Delph. Yeah? Don't compare to Delph. Delph was good at left back. Nunes is okay as a right back, but not good. I mean, I see this all the time. You know who I see this from? The people who flip-flop every week. That's just what you call projection. Maybe because our current right backs aren't good enough to win the Premier League. Again, we don't have a right back. Rico Lewis is a midfielder. Mateus Nunes is a midfielder. We don't have a right back. You can't criticize our right backs because we don't have a right back. Not because you're wrong, but because we don't have a right back. We don't have one. We just play someone out of position. If I see Bernardo on the wing at any point of the season, I'll lose it. Enjoy. Enjoy. Bro, enjoy. Enjoy. And Rodri will be injured, so enjoy. Enjoy. Bro, enjoy. In fact, let's put Silva in midfield here. Enjoy. Enjoy! And Guardiola, they pick up an injury at some point. There you go. Rebuild! The Man City rebuild over here. Lovely. Lovely. Gangster, I saw it last week on Hamza's show. Liverpool fans can't accept an opposing opinion to them. Wait, what? You mean the hate? Bro, Scousers are a special type of fan. I'll swear it now. Scousers... you know what it is, yeah? Usually, it's the Scousers themselves. I feel like the international Liverpool fans are way more chill. But the Scousers, they are so sensitive. I can't lie. I'm not sure about playing Nunez at right back for the whole season. I'm pretty sure it will go poorly. I'm pretty sure, and I think it's not good enough. Get Bradley of Liverpool. I mean, that's a shout, but I don't think they'll sell him. How old is Bradley? What is his first name? Connor. I don't think they'll sell him. How old is he? What are you doing? Yeah, and he's not gonna play, is he? I don't know, because I was in the stream of Bailey, Footy Reacts, a while ago, and he said that Connor Bradley will play a lot more than people expect. That Frimpong won't play as much as people expect. So, I don't know. I don't think they'll sell Connor Bradley. But that's actually a decent shout, I can't lie. I don't think people respect him enough. Adam Ramsdale to Newcastle. There we go. Oh. Decent backup goalkeeper. Newcastle been rejected by 8 players now this window. Ramsdale is an okay backup goalkeeper. If he is a starting goalkeeper, I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked. But I think for the backup keeper is okay. Not getting Sesko actually would be good, I think. Probably. But they got rejected by Embuemo as well, didn't they? And by Risa. Incoming signings are 8 out of 10 for me. I don't agree. I don't agree, but let me finish reading this. Lack of right back is why I can't say 10 out of 10. Outgoings have been poor. 1 out of 10 in that aspect. Incoming signings are still a 4 out of 10 for me. A 4. That is how big the right back is for me. A right back, if we signed a right back, a good right back, that would have taken me from a 4 out of 10 to an 8 out of 10. And everybody knows I don't give 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 is a Lionel Messi performance in Champions League final. I don't give that. And Haaland scored 5 goals against Leipzig. I did not give him a 10 out of 10. I don't give 10 out of 10s. I just don't. So the highest you're going to get from me is a 9 out of 10. But that's how big for a right back was for me. And that is the difference between 4 out of 10 and 8 out of 10. A right back. That's why I don't think this window is good enough. I honestly don't. And outgoings, I mean, they've just been lethargic, really. Now, Trafford, I like Trafford. Don't get me wrong. If it was like, if Trafford was a proven goalkeeper that I knew would start, it would be a 9 out of 10. But I like him, but I don't know how good he is. So I can't give a 9 out of 10. I just can't. Because I don't know how good Trafford is for us. Modern players move to ambitious clubs, more likely than not these days. I disagree. Modern players move the same way old players move. Sometimes they move for ambition, sometimes they move for money, sometimes they move for just they like the club. Modern players, I mean, is it ambitious to sign for Man United? I guess maybe you're right, but I don't think it's any different from the past. Pep had lied to us. True. Pep keeps lying, I'll swear it down. If this guy lies again next season, I mean, I will never let Pep Guardiola lift this down. Pep Guardiola said O'Reilly will be ready to play as backup for Rodri. Pep Guardiola said this. He never played in midfield. So that is a bold-faced lie. A bold-faced lie there by Pep. So yes, he has lied. He's lied a lot. Big up to Steve, by the way. Big up to Steve. Loaning out Etcheverry and Reis is so stupid. One injury to Rodri and we will collapse again. I mean, he will get injured. I mean, just saying that up front. Rodri will get injured. I don't think Etcheverry and Hayes are really relevant to Rodri. I think that's a midfield thing. But still, I do agree. These are two separate things. But yes, I agree with both. I think we can cope without Rodri, but we won't. That's my thing. I think we have the players to cope without Rodri, but I think we won't, because Pep will play his favorites. He needs right back, centre back to have 10 out of 10 window. Do we need a centre back? I mean, let's say Akanji leaves, Stones leaves, so we have Virgil, Diaz. I think that's fine. Kuznov and Hayes. I think that's fine. I think that is fine. I don't think we need to sign another centre back, to be honest. I mean, I hear it. Maybe you do want Victor Hayes out on loan. Maybe you think he needs a season on loan, but I think it's fine, to be honest. Pep will walk come December. They will panic by a right back in January. I don't think Pep will walk. I swear it down. I think you might be onto something. The way, remember Nico Gonzalez, yeah? He lost to Arsenal. The next day we bought Nico Gonzalez. The next day. Bro, I think you're onto something. We're gonna lose a game some point in January because of a counter and a far post goal. And we're gonna sign a right back the next day. Yes, Alf, I've been told today I have a bias. Everyone has a bias, so that's... Yes. You too. We all have bias. Wow, shocking. Basic psychology. Uh, and hatred towards our right back options. Don't even have any right backs. No one can accept a different opinion now. So, that's a problem, isn't it? Earlier, the guy who came in was telling me how to think. He told me, don't talk about things that aren't in your control. He told me that. So, I banned him for that because I don't like people telling me what to do. And then he tells me, oh, you can't take a different opinion. No. You're telling me what to think. But this is the same thing as you're saying. Eh? People can't take different opinions, so they'll tell you what to think. They won't tell you why they disagree. They'll tell you what to think. That is what they do nowadays, which I don't like. I don't tell people what to think. I give people arguments, and I don't like when people tell me what to think. I agree with this. We could have had a rebuild way long ago if it was not for Pep. Our rebuild will be finished by now if we did not have Pep. Gonzalez will never play. He will rather play Gundogan Bernardo as DM. Absolute joke. I think he'll play, but just nowhere near enough. You know what he'll get? He'll get 30 minutes at the end of a game. He'll play like 15 minutes at the end of a game. That's what he'll... In a game where we're losing, he's not gonna play. 10 minuten. Ja. Okay, I'm gonna have to round up soon, so let's get here and then I'll round up. Did it for ages without a left back? Did that go in winning? Also, did it for ages without a left back? How did that go in winning? Well, you're wrong. Because it did have a left back. Delph was a better left back than Nunez is a right back. So, okay, Delph was not a natural left back. No. But Delph was a better left back than what Mateus Nunez is as right back. Cancelo, who played as left back sometimes, was a better left back than Mateus Nunez was a right back. Guardiola is a better left back than Mateus Nunez is a right back. Aki, who I completely forgot, is a better left back than he is a centre back. I think Aki is a left back. I think he plays better at left back than he does at centre back. So the reason why I think you're wrong is because I think we had left backs, or at least left back options, who were good enough for Man City. Whereas now we don't have a right back option that's good enough for Man City. So maybe literally we didn't have a literal left back, sure, but just like we right now don't have a literal right back, but we had players who could play the left back role to an adequate level. Whereas now we don't have players who can play right back to an adequate level. That's the difference. That's why I disagree. And again, let's say we had Kerkers here. Let's say we had Kerkers. Instead of Ait Nouri. I don't think he's better than Ait Nouri, by the way. Not what I'm saying. He's a different type of play. He's more defensive. Then I don't mind Nunez. Because now you have Nunez attacking and Kerkers can handle the defending. However, you don't have Kerkers. You have Ait Nouri. I rate Ait Nouri. When you have Ait Nouri, need someone to defend on this side. That is not Nunez's game. So Nunez isn't inherently a problem. He's just a problem for the squad we have right now who doesn't fit in. That's the main difference. City will crumble against Arsenal and Liverpool. We will beat Chelsea. I have to have some chess. We will beat Chelsea. But Liverpool, Arsenal, probably. Yeah, I agree. Another season of being laughingstock. You lot seem to predict almost everything. Can someone predict the winning national lottery tickets? How does the lottery work in wherever you live? How many numbers? And numbers from 1 to what? I'll predict your lottery number. See if you are talking to kids. He's numbered 1 for Newcastle. He's on the bench. If he's numbered 1 for Newcastle, if Ramsdale is numbered 1 for the Newcastle, I will be exasperated. I don't talk about other YouTubers that much. Like, I'll be honest, I barely interact with him. He follows me on Twitter. I don't know what he's like, to be honest. I know he's funny, but that's about it. Don't know what any of his opinions are. City will be fine. Ortega. We will be fine. Sure. But we won't win a league title. So when you say we will be fine, you're saying we're gonna finish top 4. Yeah, I'm sure we will finish top 4. I'm trying to win a league title. I want us to try to win a league title. If we don't win a league title, but we try our best, that is fine. But we're not trying our best. That is my problem. That is my problem. We're not trying our best. I'm sure we'll get top 4 comfortably. Great. We'll be fine in that regard. But we are not fine in the regard of trying our best to win the league title. And not in my opinion. Pep is predictable. That's the difference. I mean, he has one way of playing football. It's like Arjen Robben, right? It's like Arjen Robben. Gonna do one thing. A one-trick pony. Can't stop him. Same with Pep. Gonna do one thing. Can't stop him. But Pep is no longer winning. That one trick is no longer winning. So, and I know that I'm boiling it down. Very simple stuff here, but Pep is no longer winning. So, he needs to do something different, and he's not. Newcastle are getting Trafford as number 1, but got rejected now, have got Ramsdale as number 1. I don't think he's there at number 1. Bro, I swear down here, Liam. If he's there at number 1, I'm gonna laugh. It's school holidays. Yes. And not in every country. In Peru, it's school season right now. Southern Hemisphere. Glory Hunters, unite. Pep should leave and, I mean, that is urgent, which I answered already. All are predictable, to be honest. Steve Ortega, to United, how much? I doubt Ortega goes to United. I don't care. Not a Man City legend or anything. Let's players go where they want. Look at lineup for the PSV. I'll do that quickly. What's his name? What's his name? Carlos Tevez. Is he a regret for joining Man City? I don't care. Rats this, rat that. They're just employees. Not a big deal. Pep and Unks out. City in the crap. Still, you can leave our club and no one would care. So this is the problem. Fans fans blame themselves quicker than they blame the players and stuff. At the end of the day, Pep Guardiola will leave. Pep Guardiola will leave at some point. When Pep Guardiola leaves, it's the fans that stay. It's the fans that stay. That's the thing. You can't be turning on the other fans. That's my problem. That's why I banned that other guy earlier. You can't be turning on the fans. They are what remains when Pep leaves, when Haaland leaves, when Foden leaves. They are what remains, the fans. Pep will shatter this team next season. Last season, everybody looked depressed after that 1 in 13. 1 in 13, I'm guessing that's a typo. But yeah, we looked shattered after that 1 win in 13. If a good offered, I would sell him. Who are we talking about here? Ortega? Yeah, I'd sell him if a good offer came in. I don't trust what Pep says anymore. That we'll win the FA Cup after we lost to Man United. But he just did it again against Crystal Palace. I'll give you a better one. Itum. That I would say that. He told us O'Reilly will play in Rodri's position to cover for Rodri if Rodri gets injured. Rodri got injured, O'Reilly did not play a single game in midfield. There you go. Are you for real, Teal? Yep, I don't trust Pep either. I wasn't impressed, maybe you. You are cool, don't mind. Players looked depressed. Players didn't look depressed, they just looked out of it. Knackered, not depressed. Yeah, knackered. I don't think they were depressed, but I mean, some of them maybe, but yeah. Players didn't look depressed. They understand that you can't win everything forever. Maybe disappointed. And I'm disappointed in the players. There you go. Even if we go trophyless, still Pep's contract, nothing will change my opinion on Pep, the greatest ever. I mean, if nothing can change your opinion, then you are close-minded. And people say nothing will change my opinion, you admit to being close-minded. I'm sorry, I had this argument with someone else. That is not a good thing. This statement is the epitome of arrogance. It's the epitome of my opinion is correct and it will never change. That's arrogance. That is arrogance. That is close-mindedness. And I'm not trying to have a dig at you for the metaballs, but this is an arrogant statement. If you can't change your opinion no matter what, if you're saying I will not change my opinion no matter what, you're close-minded. It's that simple. I mean, by definition. Did you see Gvardiol's face? I mean, a lot of players were out of it, but let's not hyper-analyze every detail of a facial expression. Yeah. You're very lucky to have Pep. English football is very lucky to have Pep. I mean, maybe in the past, but again, we're arguing past to future. Let's do this. Will Pep win a 4-beat again? If the answer is no, then the 4-beat is not an argument for why Pep should stay. Pep staying is separate from the past, it's about the future. Now, if you think Pep can win the 4-beat again, or win 2 titles in remaining seasons, or whatever, sure. But I don't think Pep can do that. I don't think Pep is going to be doing what he used to do. So when people say, you'll never find a manager that did what Pep did, sure. Pep will not do what Pep did either. So we're not talking about the future, we're talking about the past. And Man City needs to move on. This is the problem when you have a great manager. Arsenal had the same problem with Arsene Wenger. People struggle to move on. When you have a great manager, you struggle to move on. Pep was a great manager. That's why people are so passionate about him. And why you've got Pep in, Pep out. If Pep was any lesser manager, he'd be gone already. Let's be honest. The only reason why it's gotten to this stage of the vision is because of how great Pep was. But that does mean he should stay. And maybe I'm wrong for wanting him gone and thinking we would have done a better rebuild without him. Maybe I'm wrong. But at least I can admit when I'm wrong. Next season, we will see if I was right or if I was wrong. And if I'm wrong, I will admit I am wrong. If I am right, a lot of people, yourself included, you just admitted, will not admit that you are wrong. You have Chelsea's number still. Maybe I should call up Chelsea's, maybe I should call up Clear Lake. Hey, can you pay me? Can you pay me some money? It's crazy to me that if we don't play Nunez, we will have to change our system because there's no other player that can do what he does. All of a sudden, Nunez, who's not even that good at right back, okay player, but not a great right back, Nunez is suddenly important. I agree. Ramsdale wouldn't have accepted number 2. That's why he left Arsenal. Newcastle won. I swear now. This is one of the I won't believe it until I see it moment. Wanted on number 1 to be over Nick Pope. That was Trafford, but couldn't get him. Now they've got Ramsdale. I won't believe it until I see it. Honestly. I won't believe it until I see it. I'm not saying you're wrong, but yikes. It's just such a yikes, isn't it? We had a left back. I missed that over the years. I thought it was common knowledge that we can't decide yet if, who goes right back. It's not played yet unless you are the soothsayer. But we had a left back. I missed that over the years. No, I said we had players who can play left back. I didn't say we had a in fact, Ake is a left back. Ake is a better left back and he's a centre back, in my opinion. But most people will disagree with that. Okay, fine. Let's say we didn't have a left back. We had players who could play left back. Nunez can't play right back, not to an adequate degree. That's the difference. How much do we rate Nick Pope? I think he's okay. I just don't think he's good enough to do anything crazy. Pep will never change. He needs players to execute his plans, otherwise he will keep playing players in weird positions. Yeah, yeah. Win treble again, Premier League, FA Cup. That's a quadruple. That's a quadruple. But hey, if he wins the quadruple, I'll look right all stupid, don't I? But I mean, that's not happening. A bit unfair to expect that of a manager. Are you gonna look at lineup for the Feyenoord for the PSV? I was gonna look at that once I got to the bottom of chat, which I have done now. One more chat. To this is the last one I'll read after I look at this lineup, and then we'll. Oh, I need to go to Twitter. I can't believe I need to do an entire roundabout here. Yes, this nice. I was thinking PSG. Still is your captain now. Nagalo, Obisobu. I watched this Van the bad guy. One game, I think, last season. I think that Van the bad guy was pretty good. I watched one game. So take that with a pinch of salt. Anyhow, last comment I'll read here, and then I'll round up. My god, the lighting is abysmal. You can't change your opinion. Close-minded. Alf, you are close-minded. Opposite, wait and shortly. No, I'm not close-minded. I've changed my opinion in this matter of a stream before. I've changed my opinion on, for example, in the FA Cup, not final, the FA Cup semi-final, when O'Reilly came on, I said that's a bad substitution by Pep. Later, O'Reilly scored twice, I believe. I think he scored a brace, right? And I said, okay, I was wrong. Pep was right. I can admit when I'm wrong. When you come in, or sorry, not you, but when Steve comes in here, when Pete comes in here, I'm flashing my words. When Formidable comes in here and says, nothing will change my mind, that is the definition of being close-minded. When you say nothing will change my mind, by definition, you are close-minded. You know what will change my mind? If Pep wins a Premier League, or wins a Champions League, or wins a Cup double. That will change my mind. Or if he finishes second, that's in Champions League final and wins a FA Cup. Or something like that. That will change my mind. I am putting the parameters for Pep to change my mind. Whereas people are saying, oh, I will never change my mind. That is close-minded. I am saying, if this happens, I will change my mind. And I will change my mind. Those things. If those things do happen. You are just saying, or no, sorry again, not you. Formidables is saying, I will never change my mind no matter what. That is close-minded. I don't know what other way to explain this. There's no clearer way to explain this, I think. I will change my mind if Pep proves me wrong. But he has to prove that first. I can't change my mind in the middle of the summer when nothing's happening, can I now? Anyhow, we'll leave it there. We will leave it there. Let's see if there's anyone live right now that I can redirect to. Why is YouTube so... YouTube lagging for anyone else or just me? Oh, there we go. Zed is live. Let's redirect there. Redirect there. Alfred in chat and we'll redirect there. There we go. There we go. Alfred! By the way, ain't this... I mean, this is ridiculous. No. Flip-flopping is when you change your opinion constantly. Flip-flopping is when we win, put Pep in, when we lose, put Pep out. That's flip-flopping. I'm consistent, I believe, but there are things that can change my mind. I mean... Alfred, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.